stuff. And so I remember I did well. Started out as account manager, moved up to, regional manager, director rather. And then one day I get the call. I get the call to be the vice president of sales of Latin America. He says, Vic, now the CEO's name was Lynn. Lynn's out of Minnesota. He said to me, he said, Victor, I'm going to give you the slide. You'll be the youngest VP, $3 billion company. He says, we haven't been able to grow the region. For 10 years, we've never surpassed 14.1 million. He said, whatever you do, don't sell less than 14.1. So sure enough, I carded the family. We moved down to Argentina. He said the next VP has to live in the region, right? Had 7 offices throughout Latin America. And after 60 days, he calls me. I need to see you. Just want to talk to you. He was the guy that needed to see you face to face to have the conversation. So sure enough, I walk into the office. And I remember as I'm walking into the office, you ever get intimidated by those big offices? You ever walk into your boss's office and it's the mahogany table, big bay windows, all kinds of awards on the wall, and some ugly art, right? And so I'm walking in, right? I walk in, and he says, Victor, how's everything going? And so we have polite conversation. And then he asks this question. He says, after 60 days in the market, he says, Victor, what can I do to support you to help you grow the market? Oh, that's a beautiful leadership question. What can I do to help you grow the market? Man, that's beautiful. Without thinking, I said, Lynn, because we were selling products, listen carefully, that on average were 30 to 40% higher than our competitors. So I said, Lynn, without thinking, I responded, I said, Lynn, if I had better pricing, I know I can crush that $14.1 million guaranteed. And I said that just like that. And he looked at me. And then he just looked at me. After like 3 seconds of silence, which seems like an eternity, my reptilian brain, fight, flight, was going, oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. We're in trouble. Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. And he said, and he looked at me because I'm like Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. This ain't going. My brain is just like this. And he said, Victor, let me ask you a question. And inside, I'm doing this. No, don't ask me anything. But I'm from the hood. I ain't afraid. I said, yes. What? What's your question, Lynn? He said, Victor, true story. If the only way to grow the market is to lower our price, why don't I do this? Why don't I fire you? Why don't I fire your whole sales team, 40 at the time, close every office, and just send the customer a brochure with a small discount? What do you think of that idea? Again, I'm from the hood. I've heard gunshots, all the stuff. I'm not afraid of this. I said, look, Lynn, I don't know who brought up this issue of pricing, but we need to move on, right? We need to move on. And so that was it. We learned the hard way, you position value, you don't position price. And we had to learn that.